Well, welcome to what I'm going to do today. If you are triggered or sensitive or don't want to deal with domestic abuse stories, this one will probably be a good skip for you, as I'm about to tell my experience with such things, and I'm not happy, obviously. I've been carrying it for 3 decades and have only told a very few people, but as a man, I've never felt like I could share because no one would believe me, or people would use it against me, or, as they always do, think I'm weak. But as a 6'3", 250-pound person, hey, you just went past it that time. Good boy. You don't look at me and go, oh, he would be raped. But I was, by the girl I was living with. I was really, really sick. And I'm not the type of person that feels sick unless it's bad. Give you an example. A different girlfriend, for a week, I was sick, and she made fun of me and wouldn't do things for me. There's an abuse that I really don't think about. But then she got it a few days after I got better, and the entire time she was sick, she kept apologizing for the way she treated me. The problem is, I was sick and got no help. And so her apologies meant nothing. And that's the same person that constantly would tell me to get over myself. Damn, as I'm talking about it, I realized she was gaslighting me, making me feel like anytime I had anything that countered her, she would never just accept it or talk about it. She would tell me to get over myself, or where'd you get that information, or something like that. It really made me not be in the relationship, just quickly disengaged. Okay, Cameron, go on, go. Where are you going? We'll go this way. Just bushes. There you go. Okay, Cameron, hop up. But back to the other girlfriend. I was really, really sick. Had no energy, was just lying in bed, sleeping as much as possible. And she comes in, and she's all like, let's have sex. And I said, no, I have no energy, I'm too sick, I'm not in the mood. And she said, well, we're gonna have it anyways. Okay, Cameron. And then she basically forced herself on me. And even if I had the strength to resist, what was I going to do? Because anything I did, she would instantly turn into physical abuse. And if I called the cops, she would use that against me. So while I was deadly sick, had no energy, she forced herself sexually upon me. Wow, okay. I don't know what to feel about it. It's like, I don't remember anything else other than her doing that. I don't want to be too graphic. I think I shut down. That's been my defense mechanism. That's what got me through most of middle school and high school, was just being detached. Just not really being there. And I didn't know how to cope with it. It never came up. I never talked about it because there was no point. She too was very good at manipulation and gaslighting and making me feel like I was insignificant. She could never do wrong. I was the one that was causing problems. Hell, she spent most of our relationship seeing other people, abusing my car. Okay, Cameron. Good boy. Okay, hop up. Go ahead. Okay, Cameron. Good boy. That was back when you had calling cards because long distance was a thing and landlines were the thing. Very few people had cell phones. And my mom let her use her calling card once. I don't know how she remembered the number or wrote it down when I wasn't looking, but I trusted her. And then I go to find out that she tracked up over $2,000 worth of long distance calls on my mom's calling card. And then after I left her, I found out people knew she was cheating on me, but no one told me. I found out she had written bad checks against my account when the DEA called me, because I had told the bank because the bank had recognized that the signatures weren't nowhere even near my signature. So she didn't even try. After I broke up, I left my job, left the city, moved 3 hours away, and I don't know what lifelong effect it had on me, because it's just the thing that happened. And not all, maybe not even half, but many of the relationship I've been in some way or another, have been manipulative. As I say in one of my songs, it's funny how I'm sensitive or oversensitive when I'm right. Anytime I said something that the other person didn't like, it was like, you're too sensitive. Get over yourself. You're too much. All of that stuff. If you stayed and you understand, I'm sorry. But I do, as a man, want to put out there that it happens to us as well. Just socially and culturally, no one accepts it. My biggest fear out of all of this is that no one will take it seriously and people will tell me I'm making it up. Because once again, it's the gaslighting that really, really is like, holy Toledo, you really are going there. On a side note, to move away from that, my Uncool Music News channel is on hiatus. It just wasn't growing, and I think YouTube wasn't showing it to anybody, and so I'm putting on hiatus until I get through my training later this month and a rethink of what it's going to be if I bring it back. I enjoyed doing it, but I ultimately didn't get anything out of it. It was content for other people, and if no one's watching it, then there's no reason to make it. On that note, though, the newsletter is continuing on. My music is continuing on. These walk and talks are continuing on. And I'll put a link to the newsletter below. You should subscribe to it, follow me, get more of my thoughts throughout the week directly in your email box. Also, I'd appreciate it if you pushed all the buttons below. Thanks. Love and peace.